Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate everybody who tunes into my channel. It means a lot to me. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection featured reading today, Pisces. Last sign of the Zodiac, 12th sign of the Zodiac. You have like a little bit of everybody's energy in you, you know? You're that spirit kind of special old soul vibe kind of energy. You're water. You're definitely emotional. You're incredibly caring, sensitive, clairvoyant, intuitive. You are a mutable sign. You are definitely able to mutate and change and form and, you know, kind of take on others' personas. And you have such incredible creativity. And because I think of the sensitivity that represents you. And we had Jupiter go back into Aquarius today after being in your sign, Pisces, since May 13th. And it's still retrograde, and it's gone back into Aquarius till December 28th, when it then returns back into your sign for the majority of next year. So I don't know if you noticed, I was understanding from what I was reading and studying up that the most, I would imagine, the most affected Pisceans, as far as Jupiter this time around, this little stint that it stayed in, were going to be the ones who had the earlier degree, you know, 1, 2 degrees, that sort of thing. However, I have a Pisces rising, and it's the latter degrees. It's almost, I think it's 24 degrees. And I had some incredible things happen, you know, the kind of things that you see in movies and you only wish for. And it's just like, wow, it just felt so beautiful. And I pray that that's what happened to you, regardless of, you know, the degree. All Pisceans, I believe, got a flavor of that, as well as other water signs that are in trine, like, you know, Scorpio and Cancer. So, and we did have Cancer season. So yeah, I've just been reading some beautiful readings, and so I'm feeling really optimistic for you. Now, with Aquarius, or Jupiter back into Aquarius in retrograde, nonetheless, it's still that incredible gift, I would say, to have in your sign. It only happens every 12 years. And it's definitely going to be instrumental for you. That makes it your 12th house when Jupiter or any planet is in Aquarius. That's the one just behind you. So it's your mind, it's your subconscious, it's the, you know, the house of, what is the wording for it? Incarceration, or, you know, just confinement, I guess, which is what we do in our minds, right? This is what air elements have a lot to deal with them. A lot of the times they're thinking so much that it just kind of goes in a loop and it takes them away. It gets carried away at times. So you're the feeling sign, Pisces. You're the heart. You're the caring, you know, compassionate. Let everybody in life love. Let's just all get along, you know. Let's go with the flow. Let's just, no boundaries is known for, you know, Pisces. Just like, there's just no boundaries. There's no limits to what you can do and who you can be and how much you can love. But when it's in the 12th house, it's an unraveling of sorts, and it's a beautiful thing. You release, and I pray you are, all the things that you recognize to this point in this lifetime that just aren't working for you, and it lightens you even more. Now, you know, Jupiter is extremely comfortable in your sign, as that has been your historically known ruling planet, Pisces. And yet they say you also have Neptune now as your ruling planet, which I think is perfect as well. Neptunian, you know, mysterious energy, the watery element, the vast, you know, once again, boundless energy of the sea, the underworld, you know, our illusions, our dreams, our fantasies, our imagination are just so in full tilt. And it happens to be that a lot of the outer planets, like every year, are in retrograde. So, you know, things are slowing down a little bit with their energy, but not too much. I mean, it's more internalized when things are in retrograde. So Neptune has been in retrograde, Jupiter's been in retrograde, remains there even in Aquarius until I think it's October 19th when it goes forward, and then, you know, until it goes into your sign once again, December 28th, 2021. So, yeah, these outer planets, and then we'll have, let's see, we have Uranus going in, that's the unexpected, you know, surprises, unpredictability, and amazing changes and transformation, you know, out of the blue, you know, having to do with medicine and vaccines, for example, and technology. And you know how technology is very in tune with the Aquarian energy, you know, information in all different forms. Yes, speaking, writing, all different mediums. I've been losing my voice in the last couple of days, so, but it comes back. I don't know, there's so much entwined here, but I want to say that because you are the feeling, heart-centered kind of sign, Pisces, and then with the energy of the mind working together, when you have your head and heart as one, as they say, it's, you can just do and accomplish and be and allow anything. So I feel that for you very strongly, and I hope that you do too. It is, once again, July 28th, 2021. So I am going to pick your highlighted connection, which I always do. And what it is Spirit's way of expressing to you certain information by reading 3 major categories with the tarot deck that I have. This month I am, for the second half of the month, using the, excuse me, Golden Rider Tarot, which I love. It's basically the Rider-Waite-Smith, but each card has a beautiful, oh, I pick up the 9. That's beautiful. Wishes fulfilled, Pisces, and the water sign. But each card has beautiful little bits of gold in it for you. And it's interesting because, of course, we're in the season of Leo, which is very, very, very attractive and boisterous and filled with strength and courage and determination and ego, you know, ruled by the sun, right? The golden rays of the sun, the heat, the excitement, the drive is so intense right now and beautiful. And it's vacation time and all the wonderful things that come with it. So, let's see who you have, Pisces, for your highlighted connection. And this is someone you may very well know right off the bat who this connection is. Remember, my love connection readings are not only romantic, they're self-love, of course, which is essential and imperative for you to have great relationships. And then friends, family, animals, plants, you know, you name it. Ideas, inspirations, love of life. So Spirit would like you to know more specifically about the wonderful highlighted sign today of, ooh, it's on Capricorn. I'm going with it. I love this for you. Pisces, earth and water elements together are incredibly harmonizing. They really work so well together. And it's understandable because in the simple way to look at it, you know, you have the earth and there's the grounded aspect. It's sturdy, sometimes it's a little hard, you know, a little dry. You add that water and it's going to soften and it's going to be more malleable and it's going to be able to just like grow things better, you know, planting those seeds figuratively or, you know, metaphorically. So in having said that, it does make me think that there could be possibly thoughts of family and or having a child, or certainly ideas that you planted that are really going to come into fruition because you had that beautiful start with Jupiter in your sign, which expands ideas and thoughts, and it's perfect timing, it's opportunities, it's magic. It's absolutely magic. So in addition to your capabilities of manifesting, Pisces, this is a very beautiful omen, if you will, for me to read to you. So Capricorn is, of course, a cardinal sign. They're very much about doing and starting and initiating, and they do initiate the season of winter, as all cardinal signs initiate a different season. Now that's a season that tends to be a little more bleak and barren, as they say. Now you have, Capricorn's ruling planet is Saturn, and that would represent that feeling, that kind of a darker, more restrictive, you know, let's get it done. I'm the taskmaster. I'm here to set you straight, keep you on target. All the things that Capricorn's just grown up with and understood, you know, the meaning of time. Saturn represents time, you know, old man time. You know, a lot of times the archetype related to Saturn and / Capricorn is an older kind of feel or tradition, you know, it's tradition, it's it's rules and regulations and, you know, status quo that's been in form and instated for centuries, right? And, you know, don't rock the boat if it's working, you know, keep it that way. That's sort of how you're going to feel with this energy. And yet there's a lot of fun with Capricorns. I mean, they get a hard rock a lot. They get a hard, what am I trying to say? They get a bad rap. I said a hard rock. Not even sure where that correlation came from, but they get a bad rap because I've known a lot of very diligent, hardworking, serious, you know, behind the scenes kind of, I don't need a lot of attention. I'm fine, just, you know, doing it myself, probably do it better anyway kind of attitude. But I'm here to succeed. I'm here to be comforted. I'm here to be secure. I'm here to see and reap the benefits of everything that I put forth. That's the energy of Capricorn. And most importantly, there's a loyalty and a sense of longevity with anything that they pursue or, you know, put their minds to. And that includes, of course, relationships. So for you, Pisces, I am being so full of love and compassion and wanting things to last. And just, even though for you, it's so understood that things change. They just do. That is the absolute aspect of a mutable sign like yourself. It's something that you foresee, you make happen a lot of times, but it's inevitable. So the grounding aspect of this Capricorn for you is so comforting at times, you know, and those changes may be less frequent, at least, you know, and there's just this sense of stability and solidity that feels good because, yes, you love to be free and you love this kind of just flowy kind of let's do and everything, but you also love to be a hard worker yourself. Honestly, between the two of you, I don't know which one is more hardworking because I've known so many Pisceans that are their own business owners and entrepreneurials. You know, they're just so creative, and because of that creativity, they kind of need to set their own time frames and their own hours, and they don't want to deal with too much of personality issues of people and, you know, employees and all that because it takes a toll on you, right, Pisces? I understand this, but you're strong and you're capable, and as sensitive as you are, you're one of the strongest of the zodiac, to be honest. I feel really happy feelings with this connection. I feel there's definite differences, you know, which can be obviously something to work through and something that I think you would be more than happy to do, and to soften maybe the part of Capricorn that maybe wants to be too diligent, too steadfast, too routine, you know, or that wants to work too hard. You can say, let's get away now. Let's go fish. Let's go, you know, get into nature. Let's swim. Let's free ourselves and, you know, and allow that time to recuperate and have fun. It's summer. We can get out now. We couldn't do it last year, and everyone has just been, you know, chomping at the bit to be able to do so. So I would imagine this is happening for you, but I can read further for you by reading the messages. And as I said, there are three major categories that tend to usually cover all the answers necessary. And then I go on to read the oracles, which are definitely just guidance of love and inspiration and wisdom. And that's for every single Piscean and all of your relationships, because you have many connections and relationships. People turn to you and they're attracted to your light and your love. They really are. And you just have to be careful that, you know, you protect yourself from that as well, and that you have somewhat of a balance, if ever possible, as to how much you're giving and how much you're receiving is essential. So let's see here now. Overall energy leading you to the remainder of the month reading. Now, I generally have always done this way, where I do one reading a day, because I do have a massage practice that I'm so happy is back in and growing and doing really well. But I was thinking to myself, maybe for August I will make an exception if I can, and I will be doing like perhaps 3 or 4 readings and shortening them a day for like 3 days, so that I can capsulize the readings for you and you'll have them a little bit sooner. I notice other readers, of course, do that, where they have, within 2 days, you've got all of the signs. And I was just doing it my way because it's fresh and it's right off the press, and it's like, I'm fresher, my energy is well, and because I have a strange schedule, you know, I work in the morning, afternoons, and evenings as a therapist, so see what I can do for you. But whenever you see the readings is equally as important. Now, a lot of times you'll resonate right away, like with this particular highlighted connection. You may not know this Capricorn at all. You just may want and kind of been intentionally and inspirationally wanting to feel more grounded, maybe doing more meditation lately, because there's been a lot of beautiful healing energy when Jupiter's been in your sign, and it continues on. And I'd be remiss not to keep up mentioning the fact that the two beautiful, you know, series of eclipses we had the latter part of May and June, they're still with us. There's still information unfolding. I have found that to be true in my life situation as well, and other people I'm speaking with. And you know, in a lot of ways, the last couple of weeks certainly have felt so much like a retrograde. And it is the outer planets. It's not as intense as a lot of times Mercury retrogrades have been. Now, luckily, all of August coming up, no Mercury retrograde issues. That's the more personal planet, the fastest moving planet, right? But it still feels like retrogrades because of the outer planets, most of them being in retrograde. It slows down their energy, and there's changes. There's more, you know, adaptability that needs to be done, and more reflexibility, which is why it's so beautiful that it happens this time around summer, when we can just say, I don't want to worry about schedules or about people, you know, rescheduling or canceling or whatever it is. If you have businesses, you know what I mean. Just go and have a good time. Enjoy yourself. They'll be back on it. You know, they're just taking advantage of this incredible energy of Leo and socializing and fun and, you know, creativity and passion. So your overall energy, the beautiful Piscean and Capricorn, is the Lovers. Major Arcana, the Lovers. Yes, it's definitely romance. Yes, it's an absolute perfect selection. You are smitten, and you are meant to be. And you know this and you feel this with everything that you are. If it is not romantic love, it is a partnership of some sort. It is a right choice and selection, you know? And it's something that's could very well be for the remainder of your life. It could be more recent, but it's very, very strong. And it's interesting because the Lovers is the card that represents the sign of Gemini. And that was the new moon eclipse that happened on June 10th. And that's also a mutable sign like yourself. So there's an akin or a synergy with your relationships with each other. And you get it and you feel it. So in addition to the Capricorn, some pronounced energy from a Gemini, perhaps in your family, friends, work relationships, you know, with your partner, yourself, what have you, or just that predominant energy, maybe in your own chart, of yet more mutability, more idea as a air sign versus a water sign, of thoughts and ideas and inspirations and just movement and creativity and so on and so forth. Fair-minded, just, you know, kind of frenzy kind of energy, I must say. It can be a little excitable, a little bit changeable, but it's a good choice, a good selection nonetheless. It's a beautiful overall energy for you to start the remainder of the month going into August. Let's just put it that way. So I hope that's exactly what's happening. And a lot of times people may not feel this right away. With you, Piscean energy, the Pisces energy, you probably already felt this way before the reading. So you just wanted to confirm now is how I've found it to be true. You know, with a lot of things that I have questions about, or I, you know, choose certain obvious tarot readers and stuff that I admire and love. And yeah, I've done my readings for myself, which I tend to do. And then sure enough, there they come up in great synchronicity to what I had seen. So I love that. I love that Spirit's with us and always working with us and allowing us to make our choices, but to be aware of the signs and the patterns and such. So the second category is the possible blessings or obstacles. So from this wonderful starting, okay, well, there is competition and there is a lot of fiery energy going on around you. Now, that doesn't surprise me because it's Leo season. And Leo is very much about competitiveness. I mean, they want to be first and foremost, and they're the leaders, and they want to take charge. Okay, that's the reality. They want to be front and center stage, but you know what? They also can have a lot of playful energy about that. It doesn't have to be serious. Doesn't have to be cruel in any way. It's a recognition that if you want to be seen and you want to be recognized, know that there is competition. There's a heck of a lot of tarot readers out there. I'm grateful you're taking the time to spend and watch my channels and those that come back. I absolutely love and appreciate you. I do. It's a question of me not being able to, I mean, it's something I have to do. It's something that absolutely grounds me. It makes me feel extremely, I want to say gratified, because I'm extremely gratified to do this. I love the messages that come through. I love the feelings. I love loving people and lifting up people and sharing something that little thing that might make your day or make you smile or say, ah, yes, MaryAnne, thank you. I needed to hear that. That's my intention with this. And I'll keep doing it. And I learned so much from doing it, and it helps me to grow. And eventually I will only do this. So it's just something, it's a road and a path that I'm on. It's what I need to do. But yeah, this is changes and challenges through life, which we have. I don't ever see you don't like confrontation, you don't like discord and all that. Like I said, I know that about you, Pisces, but you can also stand your ground. And I don't think competition really concerns you that much. I know that you know what you're worth, and if you don't, you're going to continue to on this path, because that is what life is here to do and to show you. But yeah, there's a definite fired up kind of energy going on. Woo! Passionate, you know? Very conducive to, and not only do we have, you know, the sun season of Leo through August 22nd, we also have Mercury just went into Leo yesterday. That's about the mind and the speaking and the conversations. So yeah, we're going to be talking and, you know, getting out there and networking and saying, yeah, but I mean, I offer this and I can do this and I'm feeling happy about this, and all the wonderful things that stir us on and give us that spirit and that compassion and you know, drive. So yeah, bring it. If it's a possible blessing or obstacle is that maybe you're feeling a little bit concerned about the competition, don't. You know, you got support, you've got love, you've got all the things you need to create what you want in your life. And if you have that down, just sit with it. You know how you can do that, Pisces, and just be calm and grounded and say, okay, I'm going to turn to my Capricorn and say, hey, feeling a little bit off today, a little off balance, a little bit like we need more vacation. And then do it for yourself, because that Capricorn will be there for you. They're incredible as far as being, you know, the sounding board and listening. Last but not least, of course, the category of finances. And oh, that's so beautiful. It's you, the Queen of Cups. So the Queen is the more feminine duality. It doesn't mean it's a woman. There's no gender association, but any queen versus the king is representing the maturity, first and foremost. This is somebody who's done there, been that, very, very filled with love, but not just for themselves. It's an outward job, as you always are in your own way. Pisces, a very, very selfless and giving soul. So it's just a natural way for you to be. And it's also the way Cancer and Scorpio, I mean, they are givers and they are intense with it, especially Scorpio. But it's about being happy and being around people and making them happy, because when other people are happy, it makes you even more happy. I say the reverse too now, which I never used to. When you're extremely happy, other people are happy. But it goes both ways. And there's just a fulfillment of everything emotionally that's working. And it's a form of wealth. When you're happy and you're joyful and you're fulfilled, all the other stuff just kind of magically starts to come in, right? You know, it's what they call a side effect from being real and authentic and happy and grounded and solid in yourself. So wealth is definitely a part of the picture. Financially, you know, emotionally, physically. And there's a lot of heart, there's a lot of love and compassion going on right now. I love it. I love it a lot, and especially since you've had to wait for this reading, and it's nice to be able to see this at the end of the month going, good, I was right on target. That's the other thing I like about when you don't get it right away. You're like, huh. When you hear something after the fact, it's really nice, right? I used to remember reading my horoscopes at the beginning of the day, and I still do actually, but for the most part, it's really good to do it at the end and say, I'll be darned. That was right on, or not. right? So let me finish with the rune that I like to add to this highlighted connection, just to kind of, like I say, add as the cherry on the sundae. Runes are incredible oracles that are just so insightful and so strong and powerful in their guidance and their... Ooh, well, right off the bat, it's an arrow. I love it. I'm pointing it up, and I'm pretty sure that's how it goes, but this is beautiful. This is about shooting for the stars, right? That's what I feel like it is right away. I don't really know. I'm going to definitely read the meaning to you because I'm memorizing them very slowly and surely throughout time because I love the rune, and they've been very, very synchronistic with the readings. So I put this arrow right on that second category card, which is the Five of Wands, the fire, the ambition, the competition, the standing up and feeling very, very empowered with your place in the world, in your relationship, in any scenario. And so the major, and I hope these glasses will be better for today. Forgive me, yesterday it was as though I could barely see through them. Let's see here. Looking better already. We'll see. Okay, so the arrow, it's number 17. Oh, I love that. 1 plus 7 becomes an 8. We're entering into the 8th month. 8 in numerology is the power, the manifestation, the abundance. It's big, it's huge. It is the most abundant number. And anytime I've gone and like played bingo, which I used to do, not as much now, of course, I would try to work it out on a day that ended up an 8. I did, and I would really be to my benefit. But the name is actually called Tiwaz. And so we're going to go inside, and I will let you know other specifics about this. 17. Okay, so the word associated with this is sword. So there you go. There's the element of air, sword. You know, we've got, once again, Jupiter going into Aquarius. We've got Saturn in Aquarius. Both are retrograde, doesn't matter. They're going forward again. They're very, very powerful, very strong. One is, of course, freedom and love and gifts and expansion. And then you've got Saturn of constriction and, you know, non-freedom and just task and get the job done. And it's a beautiful kind of balance, right? Which is important in all things, the yin and the yang of life. So the time frame is between February 14th and between February 28th and March 14th. So this goes from, this is your time, Pisces. How wonderful is that for synchronicity, for the reading? So that's insane and beautiful. And I thank you, Spirit, for that. The words associated, though, are honor, power, drive. Ooh. Target reached. There's that arrow. Victory, clarity, intrigue thwarted. I love this. Intrigue thwarted. Like, get away from anything that's nonsense or, you know, the chatter and the talk, like the swords and the mind and the words that can lead you astray and kind of make you think, even though you're just like, you hear it and you're like, what? Because that was happening all year last year for me, and now I've just sort of cut a lot of it out. I'm very selective as to what I listen to, and I really listen to my intuition. I know you do too, Pisces. Keep doing what you're doing. So, and I'm sorry, intrigue thwarted. Beware of any mistake and revenge. Beware of any malice or revenge. See, I told you these glasses aren't great. So that's always important anyway. And that kind of almost goes in with the fiery aspect of, you know, the people in spirited ways these days that are very competitive, and they may want to kind of do things, just making sure that they get ahead and such. Well, that's doesn't have to happen, doesn't mean it's going to happen, but being aware, which you are, you're very aware of your surroundings. You feel everything, you know what's happening. So I don't think that's an issue for you, but it's just reminding you. And I think it's absolutely perfect for the reading. So carry on as you will, and shoot for your objective and your dreams, and they shall be true. And I'm going to go on to the oracles now. So this, in the remainder of the month for now, I'll start up my, beginning of the month readings in August. about 4 days or so from now. And this is the beautiful Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. A beautiful, beautiful deck, beautiful illustrations, and the words and the wisdom, like I said, behind it is so important to hear. Hopefully you'll understand and you'll resonate exactly with what's being said. But it's for all the Pisceans in every one of your relationships. So even above and beyond the Capricorn influences. So your beautiful message today. The hungry ghosts. Obsession, scarcity, consciousness, attachment. Ooh. Okay, so that's 14. Now there you go again with the 5. That's the challenges in our life. Those are the shadowy sides, right? I want life to just be hunky-dory and beautiful all the time, and I can change that a lot of ways, but the reality is it isn't. And I mean, I've had loss, I've had deaths in my family in the last couple of years, I've had things that hurt more than I could say, right? But it's a part of life, and I know that, and it takes me a while, and then before you know it, I pray, and I ask for guidance, and I do my readings, and I confer with people and say, okay, we got this. Okay, we're going to make it. We're going to believe that I can become stronger and I can grow from this. And the wounds do tend to lessen through time, you know. Never forgotten, but definitely just more accepting and adaptable. So that's all I want to say about that. Let me read to you specifically what it says, though. 14. Those 5s, I'll tell you, as I've said to many people watching me, I want to write a book because I have a life path 5 number, and the most intense and life transformational things happen in 5s for me, and I have just numerous time after time after time after time, all the dates or times and frames and clear 5s show up. It's all about change. Okay, so I'm on 14 or 15. Let's not do that, MaryAnne. Let us go to the right reading. When the hungry ghost appears on your path, they may not at first seem like allies because they represent your constant focus on the past and the consuming desire to know the future, which rob you of your true present. But in fact, they are here in service of alerting you to observe thinking and addictions. They're masters at magnifying repetitive behavior. Wow. I'm sorry. I don't know if this suits or means anything to you, Pisces, but I can tell you that that's one thing that I am at this age of my life, which is way older than most people and still younger than some. It's something I have to work on. I mean, I think about the past so much. It's an obsession, right? The message is for you to examine whether you're doing the same thing over and over while expecting a different result. This time will be different, and I have control over this, and false statements and a sign of deep denial of the truth. You know, sometimes Piscean on the more shadowy side, I can verify this because I said I got a Pisces rising, is kind of taking that route, right? As soon as I feel that in my body, and I do, I'm just like, that's not happening. No, I have control of that. We all do. Nobody really wants that, you know, and it could be something we're so familiar with, it's hard to let go of the pain body, as they say. Now's the time now. Now's the time to let go of that thinking. Surrender your will, your life, your heart's desires, and all the pains and all that pains you to the divine. Just surrender it up. Order will be restored in your world. The hungry ghosts always bring understanding about distractions of life that seduce you into forgetting what you really desire. They're asking you to become aware that what others want and what the culture dictates will make you happy may not be what's best for you. And I know you know this as I'm reading this to you. I honestly feel that very strongly right now. Don't get caught up in outside appearances. All that glitters may not be gold, at least not for you. Look beyond the veneer and you will find that true substance in your life. You deserve nothing less. Whew, that's beautiful. That's the kind of wisdom I'm talking about. The real stuff, you know, the real stuff. So I hope that's helped you. And I'm going to go right on to this beautiful deck I have. And I haven't used it that often, but I really, really like it so much. The animal medicine cards. Because animals are incredible spiritual, creatures. And yeah, come to think of it, we're animals, right? I forget that sometimes. Some more than others, right? But in all seriousness, yeah, they have such wisdom that they can partake on us, and they do. And they're our soulmates, and they're our friends, and they're our companions, and they're just, I love being a part of nature and looking out my window and seeing the squirrels and the birds and hearing them and just thinking, we all cohabitate together. It's so absolutely gorgeous and divine. Your message, though, with this particular is the horse. Ooh, equine. Yeah, they're very healing. Love horses. I live not too far from a bunch of horse ranches, so it's really, really wonderful. Let me read to you what it says specifically about the horses, okay, Pisces? And see if this kind of, resonates with you on some level as well, and you have that connection. So the words associated are wanderer, emotion, and delight. Free and easy wanderer, horse amiably ambles and gallops across great distances with playful comrades. Horse blesses wanderlust and unrestrained beauty. Forgive me. Showing us that it might look like what it might look like to be expressive, sensitive, and free. Sounds a lot like you to me, Pisces. Life may require you to hold your feelings in sometimes, to stay controlled. It's okay so long as you remember to make space for your emotional self. And if you have been mulling over sadness and resentment for long enough, Horse teaches you that you can feel deeply without forgetting how to relax into unhinged, boundless delight. Oh my gosh, this is so you right now. I can't even believe it. In a horse's spirit, see, it takes on like you do, just like a chameleon, just to be everywhere and everything. Shake out your mane, galloping into the long golden shadows of sunset. It sounds so inviting to me right now. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, so it kind of covers everything as well. I love that in itself. Just needing to be free, though, and to let go and to be you, completely you, authentically you, right? Not having to stand up or be accountable or explain yourself to anybody. And last but not least, the Super Attractor Manifestation deck, which is about attracting exactly the life you want into reality for yourself. This 3D reality. And it starts with how you feel and bringing that to the forefront. The emotion aspect of the law of attraction is what brings it forth. And you've got this down. You do it all the time. So let's see what beautiful message is in here for you, Pisces. And if you have not subscribed, I would love you to push that subscribe button and like. And a lot of people say, why do they keep asking that? Because it's what YouTube wants, and it's how we grow our channels, because of you. It doesn't happen without you. And it is nice to ask, because a lot of times people will be watching and they like it. They like my videos and I hear about it. And then I said, did you subscribe? I'm like, oh, no, I didn't think. And I understand it. I've done it myself, or the like button. It's a really wonderful gesture, and it's free, and you don't get a bunch of emails or anything like that. It does not do that to you. It's just a follow and a thumbs up for me. So if you feel inspired to do that, I would greatly appreciate it. I am working on building my subscriptions and, building the channel. So, that root chakra, baby, the fire, passion, and energy of Leo working together with you. True manifesting is about receiving what is the highest good for all. Of course you get this one, because you're always thinking of others. That's just who you are, and it always has been. Make sure you incorporate yourself in that mix, okay? I know you know the spiritual part. That's who you are. You've been an old soul. You've done this many lives. So I just wish you the best and the most of the remainder of this month. And we got a beautiful bunch of energies coming for every single one of us in August. So I'm excited for that. And it is, like I said, the 8th month. Abundance abounds. Allow it, let it in. Thank you again for your time. It is valuable, and I appreciate you. So until next time, bye for now.